afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Fitzroy, and you are?
Sergeant Oneil Ramsay.
Where are you originally from?
Originally, I was born in Jamaica,
Where about in Jamaica? Could you be more specific? About
St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Any siblings?
Yes, I do. I have an older brother who was in the British Army as well, the lifeguards. He's now out. And I have another two brothers.
Life before the army?
Life before the army for me was pretty hectic because moving to a new country, young age, school and learning a new country, a new culture, trying to get grips of a new culture, how people behave in different culture. But then because you're young, you're like a sponge, so you sort of get the grips of it and get on with it. Yeah.
In terms of the army, how did you first learn about the army?
For the army, my father himself was a soldier and he did a very long time in the army, so I've always seen his uniform and always wanted to be a soldier. Then my elder brother was one of the first black lifeguard, so I was like, okay, I think I can do this as well, and I started to follow them.
Alright, so motivation came through family?
Yeah, through family, yes. Yeah.
Can you remember which careers office you went to prior to joining?
Prior to joining, I went to Birmingham careers office, and I remember the day my mum tried to stop me, but I'm a bit persistent, so and she had to give up in the end.
Did you knew as to what corps you want to be in?
Yes, I had it in, first I wanted to be the Royal Green Jackets, so I wanted to be an infantry, and then a little bit more reading, and I realized, okay, if I leave as an infantry, I probably won't have the training I need to meet civilian life, but back then I didn't know much about it, and they said you best join something where you can get a trade. So originally it was meant to be Royal Engineers, and then I saw a tank one day and I just went into tanks. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you recall week 1, day 1 basic training?
Yes, I can. In Winchester it was a little bit different, being another only, as they would say, the token black guy. It was a little bit tough for me at the start, and then I get the grips of it, and it flow after that.
Where did you, which ATR did you do your basic training?
Winchester.
Winchester.
Yeah.
And what about your passing out parade? How did you felt then?
So passing out parade for me, I did enjoy it. But the build up to it, as you know, it is a lot to put in of hours to get what you want and to get the finishing product. Yeah.
So, going to your first unit,
yeah.
What was that for you like?
So when I turned up, I didn't actually get to unit for a while because we had to do a phase 2 training in Bovington. So I went on to Bovington, and because I had the driver's license already, I went straight onto tanks. And I was a driver straight away, so I got into tanks straight away. What I wanted to do, even though I never did it for more than 6 months. Of my whole career, I drove a tank for 6 months, and that was it.
Where did you base first unit?
My first unit in Germany. Yes, so Senelager in Germany.
How was it for you then?
It was another new experience because when I was at school, I touched on a little bit of German, but I didn't actually, I thought, I'll never get to go to Germany, it's pointless. But then when I got to Germany, I had to learn the lingo quite quick, just to get myself around. But it was a new experience and a good experience. I enjoyed Germany quite well.
In terms of tours, have you been on any tours?
Yes, I've been on a few. I've been to Iraq, 3 times in Iraq, Afghanistan, and a few more up Tuska and stuff like that, yes.
All right. So of all the tours that you've gone on, which is the most memorable one for you?
I would say your first and your last is always the most memorable, because your first one you're scared, and the last one you're even more scared. Yeah, so Iraq, I'll tell you 3, yes, I was a little bit scared. And then I would say Afghanistan, because I got injured in Afghanistan, I was scared. In Afghanistan, my last tour where I was injured was near PB2. We were on a road, and I remember it quite well, vividly. 27th of January, we got an IED strike, and I was in the back of a vehicle, a Warthog, and I got my elbow, the tip of my elbow got taken off by the weapon rack. So I thought, you know, I just banged my elbow out and I'll go and help the other guys. One lost his leg, and was a good friend of mine as well, and lost his right leg, and a couple more they were pretty banged up. So I got out to help them, not knowing I was injured either. Yeah, so it's a memorable one. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The injury you sustained on tour. In terms of your day-to-day job, what do you do on a daily basis?
On a daily basis now, so before when I was in tanks, my final tour in tanks was in Bovington at the school, teaching people to drive, fix, and how to maintain the tanks, basically. That was my day-to-day thing of managing tanks. Now, my day-to-day role is presenting about the Army, what you can get from the Army and how the Army can help the community and how the community can interact with the Army. Yeah.
Where do you currently base?
I'm currently based in Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst.
In terms of benefits,
Yeah.
And persons who wishes to join,
Yeah.
what would you say to persons who are not sure if they want to join because they're not sure if they would be entitled to certain things? What would you say to these persons?
So what I would say to them is know what you want, do your research first, have your end goal, and say, you know, if I want to go to the logistics, if I want to go to the engineers, Royal Tank Regiment, whichever one it is, try and steer yourself into the right where you want to be. It's not a bad organization to work for, and it's come a long way so far, but know where you want to go.
What I didn't ask, when did you join?
I joined in 2005, September 2005. Yeah, 18 years.
So planning to go beyond the 22?
Personally, no. If my career had taken off a little bit more, yes, I would have probably taken the Veng. But for me, my career wasn't so fruitful as I thought it would be, and I think I will take the 22 and call it a day.
I do hope you, whenever you decide to quit,
Yeah.
you'll have a smooth transition.
Hopefully, yes.
Thanks so very much for this interview
Okay.
and all that you have offered to this country and every other country that you've contributed to. Thanks so very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day.